What's up, dirt nerds? I'm George, and it's Dirt 30. Let's see what we'll be digging into today. Alright, so for today, since yet again, lovely Washington is dumping us more and more and more rain, it's not letting up. It's not letting me get the hell out of my house and go to the mountains where I want to. So I'm going to do a little teaser here. So when I go up to the mountain and go crystal digging, this is what I'm referring to. I get everything from very large cluster specimens, very nice, clear, beautiful pieces. I have some that have inclusions. You can see that in there. There is a piece of pyrite inside that crystal. At least I believe it's pyrite. It might be gold. Either way, it is neat. And I've got, well, like this one, that's actually moss inside that crystal. Beautiful pointed piece. This one I'm not 100% sure. It has like a disc-like protrusion. It looks like calcite, but it's rusty. They almost look like coins stuck inside a crystal. And I find all kinds of nice little inclusions in some that are like green fibers. This is like, looks like just a hair fibrous kind of inclusion in that one. This one has the same, and maybe a little harder to see, but there's green fibrous hairs inside that crystal all around the bottom. There we go, you can kind of see it in there. And I find amethyst pieces. That's one of my prettier colored faces there. It's more just on that face for that one, but still a nice beautiful color. This one's a little more rough, but you can see that beautiful deep purple in there. This one's a big, cleary, beautiful piece, but it has a amethyst ghost. There is just a little hint floating inside of purple, just in the middle of that piece there. And the same with this last one here. It's a little double piece. It's one chunk coming off another, and it has just a little purple ghost inside. And you can see, I'm sure you all saw this one. No, that is not a smoky. That is just a regular clear, but there is so much rust and cake on this crystal from the sediment from the area that I dig these, that it makes it look like a smoky, like a really nice black smoky. But it's actually, it's a clear. It's just really clouded over by the debris that's caked onto the outside. And as you can see, you know, nice large cluster pieces. This is one my wife brought home. She calls it the shale ship. She loved that one. That one usually sits in one of her flower beds. And I find all the way up to large cubed pyrite pieces. There's some of the tarnish removed. You can see the gold coloring there. That's a little blue under my umbrella. There we go. But nice big cubed pieces of pyrite. When I pulled that out, that's another one of the pieces I got from my dig up there. And sometimes we'll go up to another area and I can get all kinds of nice agate pieces. There's some black agates, white to a almost amber agate. This one here, actually, if I can get, let's see if I can get the light on it or not. There is a red band that runs through the top of this one. It's really hard to see with this light. You can kind of see it right in there, right above my thumb there. There's a red band that actually comes all the way around through, right across in here. If I actually cleaned this up, you'd see it really well. But there's all kinds of really beautiful agate pieces up there in another area that I go playing in. But all of this came from the main crystal dig area that I go to. This is just some of my favorite specimens. I've got tons of this stuff all over my house, all over my yard. I love crystals. I love going digging in the dirt. Again, I am a dirt nerd. I love playing in the dirt, so anytime I can find beautiful things that the earth has to offer, I'm there, and I'll go dig it. I'll go find it. All right, so the other part of the video today, I've got the mini sluice running. Just wanted to do a walkthrough and show everybody real quick here my little homemade job. It's a little recirculating one that I put together by myself, homemade out of stuff I found in my yard, believe it or not. I had an extra piece of gutter from that I got from my dad when he redid his gutters in his yard. It is not 100% dialed in. Nothing is locked or set in place, just because I don't know if I'm going to leave it this way yet. I want to do some adjustments still. There's still a lot of improvements to be made. But I went and the only thing I did buy was a big old hunk of corrugated pipe, solid pipe. There's no ventilating in it. Make sure it's solid pipe. And you cut it down to where it fits right into the box, and it actually snaps right in under the edge of the gutter right there, and it holds it right in place very well. The hose I'm using is actually old air compressor line. Then I've got an old submersible pump from an old pond setup. Works, as you can see, works pretty well. I got a pretty decent flow. It's not fast. It's not going to push big rocks out of the way. But like I said in one of my previous videos, this will capture small gold up to big chunks. So I just have to make sure that the material is classified down at least to 1/4 inch or less, or actually under 1/4 inch, which I've done here. Got a bag of material there. There's not some good pay dirt, hopefully, and we know where it came from. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this feeding into my little mini sluice here and see what kind of work it does. I'm gonna go ahead, I will be putting my Garrett Super Sluice down in the bottom as a trap, just to catch everything, because I do like to test my equipment, make sure, see if it's working right, see how much I'm catching, losing. So far this thing has proven to be pretty dang good. I have not found anything in my catch pan yet, so yay for that. All right, dirt nerds, I'm gonna get a scoop here and let's start feeding this little machine here. You see, there it goes. The material is stirring very well. I don't know if you can really see that with this camera I got going here, but it is processing the material. Everything is doing just what it's supposed to do. Alright, so I'll be right back and we'll throw some more scoops in here. I'm going to get set up a little better here because it is raining, and I'm trying not to lose any gold with the raindrops hitting my sluice box here, and I keep seeing a few big ones plowing down on the top here. So let me get reset. Here we go. Back at the sluice box, grabbing some scoops here. Feeding the machine. I don't know if y'all can hear the gravels rolling down, but as long as this is all screened down to at least under 1/4 inch, this thing feeds and pushes all that light material right down, washes all the sands through, leaves me with nothing but my heavies and my gold. And like I said, my Garrett is down there. You can kind of see it now. There's a little hint of green through the water there. The Garrett is in place. So we are going to go ahead and make sure I don't miss anything. And I only like to do about a scoop at a time with this little thing, just a little teaspoon or tablespoon, about however much this thing really actually is, I don't know. But it seems to work the best for me as far as how much material it feeds at a time, because I don't want to overfeed it and possibly wash gold away by overburdening the riffles, because they are just little tiny riffles. But you know, like I said, it's something I picked up off another YouTuber, just a homemade sluice box setup, and yeah, man, I'm happy with this little thing. It works very well for doing cleanups. When I go prospecting, I've been using it for pushing my my cons through, just to finish them up, get them a little more reduced down, so that I'm not having to pan for hours with a bunch of material, that I can just easily push through this and have one pan of material left afterward to go through and capture all me gold. Alright everybody, I'm going to pause real quick because it is raining like cats and dogs, and I want to get this processed so my phone doesn't get destroyed and soaked. So I'll be right back. We'll get this pan down and show you how much gold we got in here in me little box. Alright everybody, be right back again here. Got all that material pushed through the box. Just going to let it wash for a minute. Just wanted to pop in and show some shiny. You can see it in all 4 of the top 3 riffles. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riffles. The top 6 at least, about right into here. From about here all the way up to here, I got gold. Big pieces. Lots of it. I don't see much past that, which is good, because surely shouldn't see anything as far as gold from there down. Just some gravels, little bits of heavies, still some lights washing around. I can still hear some stuff hitting the bottom down there, so I'm going to let this go ahead and wash out for a minute. And we'll get up here and get to our shiny. That one right there is just staying right underneath that heavy water flow, so that's got to be a pretty good little piece, I imagine. I don't know if I'd call it a picker yet, but if it's staying right underneath that first riffle, right underneath the water flow, where there's really not much of a drop zone there, I'd imagine. It's just, I mean, there kind of is, because the water is flowing at an angle that direction, and it kind of goes up and it eddies back down that way. So I guess that is a little bit of a drop zone right there, and that piece is just hanging out. You know, it's got a little friend, a few little friends right next to it in the very next one over, and a few more to boot. Oh, you can just see it all. And it's cloudy and it's raining. Look at that stuff sparkle. Gotta love that shiny. Alright folks, be right back there, nerds. Sorry I didn't get to show you more of the work, but like I said, it is just absolutely nasty out here, raining. It will not let up. I had a break this morning for about 15 minutes where I got all the crystals and set up, and it was beautiful. The sun was starting to come out. As soon as I got everything set up, it let go and turned to just gamuk. So another thing new, I picked me up the SE pan for doing some finish work, just because I love my Garrett's gravity trap. I love my super sluice, but it doesn't have the finish riffles like that, and I needed something to help me get the fines down and get all them heavies out of the way and get all that black sand off without too much trouble. And boy, this little thing, I'm really amazed at how well this works. Very, very happy. You know, even the deep riffle side is very reminiscent of my super sluice. So it is a darker green color. I do like the dark green, but this has the finish side, and I really needed something with a finish side on it. So, but anyway, here we go. Just want to do a quick little swirl here. Let me get the camera set here. Come over here. Get this all done back here. Let's go ahead and do a quick little wash back. You already see a tiny little specker. Where'd she go? Right there. Here's a little piece. Here's a little fly poo. But I know there's more in there. I saw some big ones. Let's go ahead and, oop, see there, one little floater trying to get away there. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Yay, I got gold in me pan. Look at all them bits and colors. So beautiful. There's some really fines in there too. Beauty. Not bad. And I did not find anything in the garrets as usual. My little mini sluice did its job. Nothing got away from it. It's all in here. And you saw, you know, there's little tiny flakes. And even all the way down to, there's a little itty bitty poos. Nice chunky nuggets. Decent. So we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up, dried up, and then weighed up. See how much gold we got. Be right back, PSA. Whenever you're running pay dirt, always make sure to thoroughly check your bags. I didn't and almost threw away a speck of gold. Not a big little bit, but you can see it in the pan. That's enough to make me mad that I almost tossed out that bag with a speck in it. It was trapped all the way down in the very bottom corner. Just stuck there, just a little guy. So, just one little thing I wanted to throw in there to everybody, you know. Just make sure you pay attention when you're doing pay dirt and you open that bag thoroughly, which I normally do. And no, I was just kidding. I was not going to throw that away. I always cut open my bags and thoroughly rinse them with water and everything and put it into a pan just to make sure that I don't do exactly that. So, all right, everybody. We got everything into the snuffer bottle here. I got it all pretty well cleaned up. It looks like all straight gold in the bottom of the bottle, so I'm gonna take it in, get it dried up, get me dried up, and go weigh it up. Be right back, dirt nerds. All right, dirt nerds, I'm back. I'm kind of hiding out in the back room of my house here by the washer and whatnot. Sorry for the noise. It's just too wet outside. I could not do any more out there. I was just getting drenched. So we all know where this pay dirt came from. If you watched my last couple videos, you'll know exactly where this pay dirt came from. So this is just a run through. I'm not really doing talking about the name, the product, anything like that. Just pay dirt and gold. So this is not to really say anything better or worse about the seller. Again, like I said, watch the last two videos, or you know, last couple videos. You'll see, you know, I had some bad bags, and the seller made right by at least making good with some more dirt. Replaced the entire order, which was again was really awesome. But you know, it is what it is. You know, you're always taking a gamble when you buy pay dirt, but it's in the description. I'm kind of recommending that maybe Prospector Matt maybe adjust his description a little bit, maybe drop that average down a little. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's go fire this up here, and we'll see what we got out of this one. Because I mean, it looks really close to being the same as those other bags. So if it comes out the same, then I mean, yeah, then that's, you know, 3 out of 3 coming out the same weight. That's, you know, means the average that he has posted is really not accurate. So there we go. Gold's in the cup. What we got? Well, look at that. 0.341. Well, that's definitely closer to the average that he stated. You know, as always, gold is surprising. You know, it can weigh more than it looks. So that's nice. So, but 3 for 3, falling short of that 4/10 mark that he states on his average. Yeah, I really think Prospector Matt should maybe adjust his average down a little bit. Sorry, I know I wasn't going to speak about it, the other product there, but that is what I'm referring to. So Yeah, if you know, if he lowered the average down a bit, made it more realistic, then maybe in the future I might go ahead and run him again. I still have the black label or the gold label to go through and do again, see what I get out of that. But 3 out of 3 coming down that low, it's I don't know if I'd really want to do that again too soon. But just for, you know, being objective and whatnot, I wouldn't mind trying it again later down the road just to see. We never know. No. Anyway, dirt nerds, there's me gold. You saw me crystals. We'll be going out and doing some of them crystal digs here soon, I hope. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, share, all that fun stuff. If you enjoyed my videos, my content, please, you know, have it, you know, share it, let everybody know, help me get my word out there and get some views up. And we're all gonna have some fun this summer, especially. I'm gonna be doing a lot of digging out in the Cascades. There's a potential, like I said, there's a gentleman I'm going to be speaking with about going and checking out his actual working mine. So we may be able to go do some digging around in there, which would be awesome. Yay! He also, I believe, sells pay dirt, so maybe we'll get hooked up with him and see what his pay dirt product is about. And once again, if you want a really good review of pay dirt, go see Dylan Miller over at Miller Prospecting, or see Tony Blackwell over at AU Pay Dirt Reviews, or my new friend Martin over at Golden Pay Dirt Reviews. They all three do a very good job of reviews, making sure that you understand what you're buying, what you're getting. So please go see them. I do this for entertainment and for fun. So take my videos as they are, as just that. I'm not trying to sell anybody else's product at this point because I am still new. Nobody's really offered to sponsor me yet. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Dirt Nerds. Have a good night.